Third night of the DNC, the Democratic National Convention, had a surprise appearance from Oprah Winfrey and a performance by Stevie Wonder.
But the main event, Vice President Kamala Harris's running mate Tim Walz taking center stage, the night dubbed Walz Wednesday. Let's get right to good days. Robert Moses, he's joining us now and has been following all of this. Robert, good morning.
Shani and Dan, good morning to you. Coach Walz, as he is affectionately now known, used plenty of football imagery in his speech. He compared this presidential race to the fourth quarter of a game. Walz says he and Kamala Harris are down by a field goal and driving down the field. The question now is, in the next 75 days, can they score a political touchdown?
It's the honor of my life to accept your nomination for Vice President of the United States.
Vice President Kamala Harris's running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, recounted his days as a congressman, National Guardsman, teacher, and football coach.
But I haven't given a lot of big speeches like this. But I have given a lot of pep talks.
Walz also spoke of how he and his wife Gwen struggled to have children. After fertility treatments, their daughter Hope was born. She made a heart sign from her seat. Walz's son Gus also grew emotional. Through tears, he mouthed, "That's my dad." Walz quickly then turned his attention to his opponents.
Some folks just don't understand what it takes to be a good neighbor. Take Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. It's an agenda that does nothing for our neighbors in need. Is it weird? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's also wrong. And it's dangerous. I'm ready to turn the page on these guys.
So is former President Bill Clinton, who just turned 78, the same age as former President Donald Trump. Throughout his speech, his left hand trembled, but his message about former President Trump remained steady.
So the next time you hear him, don't count the lies. Count the eyes.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, who could become Speaker if Democrats retake the House, compared former President Trump to an ex who just won't go away.
He has spent the last 4 years spinning the block, trying to get back into a relationship with the American people. Bro, we broke up with you for a reason.
Earlier in North Carolina, at his first outdoor rally since last month's assassination attempt, former President Trump dismissed the Democratic convention as a charade. Appearing after his running mate, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, the former president spoke behind bulletproof glass. He criticized the speeches that Barack and Michelle Obama delivered on Tuesday night.
He was taking shots at your president, and so was Michelle. You know, they always say, sure, please stick to policy, don't get personal. And yet they're getting personal all night long, these people. Do I still have to stick to policy?
And now to independent candidate Robert F. Kennedy, Jr., who says he will, quote, address his path forward during an appearance tomorrow in Phoenix. Reports say Kennedy will be dropping out of the presidential race. Now, coincidentally, former President Trump will also be campaigning in Arizona. He'll be about 20 minutes away from Phoenix in Glendale. Not clear if Kennedy will appear with the former president and endorse him, though that is the speculation. Shani, back to you.
Robert Moses, thank you.